Hello, today we're going to be reviewing Mask Number 1, written by Dan Waters, with artwork by Pi Par. The world is becoming a terrifying place, and Mark Tracker and his agents that will convert their vehicles and their drivers into the ultimate weapons. But Miles Mayhem and Venom are one step away in the secret arms race, and only Mask can stop them. Now, this is based on an 80's toy by Kenner, and now is part of the Energon universe because Skybound has a deal with Kenner / Hasbro, who owns these properties. And so what we learn in this first issue, that there is mention of G.I. Joes, so that kind of slides it into the Energon universe. But I think really kind of my bigger question is, the actual Mask toy line was only available for a year. There was a cartoon, but once again, it really didn't make a huge impact. I mean, there was the vehicles and everything. It was kind of, I guess you could say, like an armored giant Hot Wheel. I mean, they were bigger than Hot Wheels, but they were the same size as the little tiny G.I. Joes. And it just never, I mean, I know that, they've made toys, on and off for a while, but I just don't know how many people actually know the Mask, series or stuff. And, Waters is he has to do a lot of heavy lifting here in this first issue, because he really has to set things up, because quite honestly, most people who are going to read this comic don't really have much of an idea about the toy or the cartoon. So he's having to explain quite a bit in this first issue, which is actually a good thing, because I kind of remember the toys. Pretty sure I never saw the series, so I'm completely coming in fresh. And so, like I said, there is a lot to get through in this first issue, which means there's a lot of heavy exposition to tell in this first issue. So it's a bit of a rough first issue, in the sense of there's a lot of information that Waters has got to get out. But he does his best with trying to explain a ton of things in this first issue. Parr's artwork really does help it move along, because there's a lot of times where people are just standing around talking. So if you can do that as an artist and keep me interested, that's always a plus. But I honestly don't know how to feel about this first issue, because it is pure exposition. So we'll kind of see what the second issue gives us and kind of go from there. So what did you think? Did I miss anything in my review? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming reviews. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.